Every time I go on a road trip, there's always these huge billboards advertising restaurants in the middle of nowhere, like this one. What does this lady have to do with fine dining? Now, I've never stopped to actually try one of these places, but I have always wondered, are these restaurants any good? So today I'm taking a road trip from Dallas, Texas, all the way to Austin and trying any interesting restaurant I see on a billboard to find out if they're worth the stop. But first, how to get a full tank of gas. Let's get this road trip started. So the drive to Austin normally takes about 3 hours, but since I don't know how many restaurants I'm actually gonna be going to, I have no idea how long this is gonna take. Time to get on the road. So I swear I've driven past like 100 of these car accident lawyer billboards. Does anyone actually call these guys? Oh my God, y'all, I found one for a restaurant called Cajun. I've never heard of this restaurant before, which makes it exactly the type of restaurant I want to try. I had no idea what I was about to get myself into, but I took the next exit and within 5 minutes, there it is, Cajun. Okay, interesting. I've arrived. Now, according to the sign out front, this is actually a Texas Cajun Fusion restaurant, hence the name Cajun. The thing is, I have no idea what Texas Cajun Fusion even is, but I hope it's good since this is literally the first stop of the trip. But there's only one way to find out, so let's go inside. Y'all, I can't believe I'm going to a restaurant just because I saw a billboard on the side of the highway. This is either gonna be great or awful. I don't know. Now, just to make things fair, I'm judging each restaurant based on 3 things: the food, the vibes, and how accurate their billboard is. I walked through the front doors and was very shocked when I realized this place is huge. Looks like this is one of those restaurants where you order up front, so let's go see what they got. Now, if I remember correctly, Cajun's billboard promises snow crab, lobster, sausage, and fish, which I do see on the menu. Y'all, I'm looking at the menu and I am panicking. I have no idea what to get, but the good news for me is I'm filming this on a Wednesday and they literally have a Wednesday only special called the best seller platter. Obviously, that's what I gotta get.
Can I get a name for this order?
For Dylan. Food has been ordered and I got a drink. Let's go, they have root beer. All right, y'all, so I just got seated. I did not expect to have a good view from the inside of this restaurant. It's like I'm on a dock. There's even a buoy. Or is that what that's called? What is that called? Being completely honest, I like the vibes of this place so far. And after waiting a few minutes... Ooh, that scared me. My food is ready. Thank you, appreciate it. The food has been acquired. Funny thing is, I don't actually know what's inside this box, so this is gonna be a surprise to me too. Let's check this out. What do we got? Oh my God. This is beautiful. We got a potato, some corn, a sausage, crab legs, a lobster, butter, and some shrimp. This smells so good. I am so excited to dig in. But I'm a little nervous because it's seafood. I think most people would agree with me on this. Seafood from a random restaurant off the side of a Texas highway might not be the freshest. If there's a surefire way to get food poisoning, not fresh seafood will do it to you. Cheers. This slaps. It turns out this lobster tastes just as good as it looks. And as you can probably tell, I enjoyed everything else too. But if I had to choose, I think my favorite thing here were these sausages. Oh, that was juicier than I expected. That scared me. Ladies and gents, I absolutely demolished this platter and I am very full. But now that I've tried everything, I can safely say this might be the best seafood you can get from any Texas highway. And all things considered, Cajun is definitely worth the stop. With that being said, it's time to go find the second billboard restaurant. I got back on the highway and truthfully, I was hoping there wouldn't be a restaurant for at least a while because I was very full. But sometimes you don't get what you want. Oh, you gotta be joking. It's been about 10 minutes and I see another billboard with a restaurant on it. This time it's Big Al's Down the Hatch. I don't know who Big Al is, but he's got a restaurant that I need to try. I took the next exit, drove through this little neighborhood, and into this busy downtown area where I ended up right in front of Big Al's Down the Hatch, located in Waxahachie, Texas. It seems Big Al is a Cowboys fan, and according to the sign, they do karaoke nights. If I like the place, maybe I'll come back to it. I made my way through the front doors, but soon after, I became very confused. I'm pretty sure this guy is Big Al. And for some reason, there's a bunch of photos on the wall of him taking pictures with fans. Did I accidentally stumble upon a super famous restaurant? Not gonna lie, I was very excited to give this place a try. But then, the most unexpected thing happened. So I got kicked out right when I walked in. I've never been kicked out of anywhere in my entire life. I'm very flustered. Turns out judging this place will happen a lot faster than I expected. So first up, let's talk about the vibes. Terrible. I was threatened.
And if you don't do that, then the next time we'll just go ahead and proceed to start taking stuff away from you. I got people that are attorneys, and my son is an attorney. So if you got a dispute with me, man, that's fine.
I'm not trying to.
I'm just trying to let you know what I want from you.
I'm just trying to have a cordial conversation. That's all.
Now that's all I'm saying to you. We done.
That guy was so aggressive out of nowhere. According to the billboard, I was promised food, drinks, and karaoke. I did not experience any of that, so not accurate. Finally, the food. Clearly, I didn't get any, so I can only assume it's bad. That's all I gotta say about the place. Honestly, I'm a little sad because I really wanted to try it, but it seems like Big Al's just wasn't worth stopping for. I gotta get out of here before that guy yells at me again. I got back on the road and was feeling pretty thrown off since I've never had an experience like that at any restaurant before. I just hope that the other places I stop at are a lot nicer to me. While I was driving, I saw this gigantic truck on the road. It kind of looks like a cow. And after about 45 minutes of literally not seeing any interesting billboards... Hang on a second, that billboard says Cheese Cave. I have no idea what the Cheese Cave is. It sounds mysterious, so it's gotta be my next stop. Now on the way there, I saw another billboard in the distance that was very concerning. Wait, why does that billboard say Sundays on it? And why is a picture of my dog Nugget on there? Well, obviously it's because this video is sponsored by Sundays. Like how I did that? If you didn't know, Sundays is a super healthy dog food brand that's easy to serve and store. Other mainstream dog food brands are usually one or the other, but Sundays is both. Now, fun fact about me, I actually have 4 dogs, and my Aussie Doodle Nugget, he's a bit of a picky eater. But he loves this stuff. Yo, buddy, slow down. You're going too fast. Sundays is made with human-grade ingredients and consists of 90% meat, 10% vegetables, and 0% synthetic nutrients. And unlike other fresh dog food brands, you don't actually need to refrigerate Sundays because of their special air drying process, which makes it very convenient since all you gotta do is pour it into your dog's food bowl and serve. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know how important food is to me. So obviously, I wanna make sure that Nugget can get the healthiest, best tasting, and the highest quality food too. All of the orders ship directly to your door, so you'll never have to worry about running out of dog food ever again. So if you want the most convenient and healthiest dog food for your pups, head to sundaysfordogs.com/Dylan or use code Dylan at checkout for 50% off your first order. Huge thanks to Sundays for giving Nugget food that he absolutely loves. I finally made it to the exit for the Cheese Cave, turned right at this stoplight. Then I noticed this long line of cars following behind me. Are we all going to the Cheese Cave right now? So I just pulled up to a building called the Brazos Valley Cheese, which I'm assuming is a cheese shop, but I'm not seeing a cheese cave anywhere. Did this billboard lie to me? I still want to check this place out though, because as I was driving in, I saw a sign welcoming me to the Homestead Village, which I'm assuming is what all of these buildings are a part of. Whoa. This place is so cute. Now, as expected, they obviously sell a lot of cheese, but it turns out they also sell a bunch of other things. Like these Texas-shaped charcuterie boards, these mugs with little bees on them, and oh my god, look at this tiny cheese grater. Overall though, I was still pretty disappointed since I came here looking for a cheese cave. But then, I saw this sign. The Cheese Cave. So according to this poster, the Cheese Cave exists. But where is it? I decided to ask a lady up front, and she pointed to some direction right outside a window. Got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Then I left the shop, and after a very quick stroll... Oh my god. I found it. It's real. The Cheese Cave. I found the cheese. Well, bam. Now that dude's old. That right there is some old cheese. There wasn't actually much to do down there in the Cheese Cave, so I left, but at least it exists. Now, while I was inside the cheese shop, the cashier gave me a pamphlet about the Homestead Village. Apparently about half a mile down the road, there's a bunch more shops, a restaurant, tons of stuff. I'm not sure how much time I've already spent here, but I'm about to spend some more because I want to check it out. Okay, so I think I'm pulling into the rest of the village right now. There is definitely a lot more stuff around here than over on the other side of the village. I walked around for a bit and discovered that they have the coolest shops here. Each of the stores specializes in a different craft, like leather, glass, pottery. They even have a blacksmith. For such a big place, it's so peaceful out here. The vibes are great. I have no idea where I'm going right now, but there's a bridge. Kind of feels like I'm filming a nature tour. Whoa, look at that. This looks like it came straight out of a fairy tale. Homestead grist mill. I'm not sure what a grist mill is, but I will find out in a moment. I walked into this fairy tale-like building and learned that it's actually a tea house. Now time for a quick history lesson. According to one of the workers, this machine here is the grist mill, and its job is to make fresh flour. The entire thing is connected to these gears that go all the way up into the ceiling, and it's all powered by this water wheel outside. Pretty cool stuff. Oh yeah, I also got a nice tea. It tasted like a pina colada. Very delicious. Then I did some more exploring. Honestly, y'all, this is one of the coolest places I've ever been to. If it wasn't for that cheese cave billboard, I would have never known a beautiful place like this exists. I kept looking around and ended up in this giant gift shop where I met this very nice lady named Teresa. She took me around the shop and also taught me a little bit more about the village. Apparently, one of the reasons why this place even exists is just to preserve the art of handcrafting things. Hence all the specialty stores. You're gonna make me move here.
Look at that. There you go.
Now I gotta say, not only is Teresa one of the nicest ladies I've ever met, she's also a very good saleswoman. I may have spent a little too much money, but it's okay since I actually bought a bunch of souvenirs for my cousin Ethan, who I'm on the way to Austin to visit. We grew up together and I haven't seen him much since he went off to college, but he's a big foodie like I am, so I'm very excited to just hang out and tell him about all of the places I went to today, except for Big Al's. I might leave that part out. Now, unfortunately, one of the only restaurants on the property closed by the time I finished exploring, making it a little difficult to judge the food from the village, but I did sample some cheese earlier, and that was very good. Y'all already know my answer. Back on the road. Been driving for a little bit, and there's been a little bit of a dry spell with the billboards. And since the cafe at the Homestead Village was closed, I'm starting to get really hungry. So I'm hoping I see a restaurant billboard very soon. Honestly, I don't know if it was just the billboard gods looking out for me or what it was, but no joke, 5 minutes later, ladies and gentlemen, I found another restaurant, Eagle's Landing, exit 315. And right smack on the billboard, there's a chicken fried steak. That is gonna make ordering very simple for me. There it is. Ladies and gents, the Eagle has landed. Banger. Y'all, this might be the most traditional looking Texan restaurant I've seen in my life. Obviously, we have a big Texas flag in front of it. I like that. They also have a huge mural on the wall with the cowboy on it. And their front door has a decal of an eagle, which is very patriotic. I have a feeling the food here is gonna be really good. Oh yeah, this is a Texan restaurant. Thank you. So I just got seated, and the first thing I want to point out, the waitresses here are very nice. They're playing old country music, which matches the restaurant perfectly. These are straight up Southern vibes, and I like it. I looked over the menu to see my food options, but to be honest, there wasn't even a point because the billboard had a giant chicken fried steak on it. Getting it will let me kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll know how good the food is, and I'll know how accurate the billboard is. I placed my order when one of the waitresses came around, and she also recommended I try their onion rings, so I got those too. Then, while I was waiting for my food, I noticed something on one of their TVs. That's a bold statement. Thank you. Oh, these look great. Look at these onion rings. Wow. Ow, hot, hot, hot. To be honest, I wasn't really expecting much from these since I'm really here for the chicken fried steak. But even so, this is a dang good onion ring. They're flaky, not too crunchy, not too crispy. Stellar. Oh, the people behind me. Thank you. There it is, just as advertised on the billboard, Eagle Landing's chicken fried steak. This is the most perfectly toasted piece of bread I've ever seen. So fluffy. Y'all, it is time to see whether this chicken fried steak is actually worth advertising, and if it's really the best in Texas. This hits the spot. Okay, hands down, that's the best chicken fried steak I've ever had. Y'all, I'm very full, and I'm not looking forward to driving. But on the bright side, I did get everything their billboard promised. and I'm ready to make the call that Eagles Landing is not only worth the stop, it's also the best restaurant I've been to on this road trip. If you ever get a chance to come to Eagles Landing, get the chicken fried steak. I continued my drive, very excited to see where I'd end up next, but no joke, for the next hour and a half, I didn't see another actual restaurant billboard. And before I knew it, I finally made it to my cousin Ethan's apartment, and I made it before it got dark, so that's a win. I gave him a call and had him meet me at the car. What's up, man?
Hey.
Ugh.
I like your new glasses.
Thank you. We kind of just hung out for a while. I gave him all of the souvenirs I bought from the Homestead Village. He told me about all of his college stories. Then I gave him some food I got to go, and I couldn't believe it, but...
Oh my god, I've been to Eagles Landing. They got me with their billboard.
You're lying.
No, this is when I
No,
was back,
you're lying.
Like the first time I ever went to Austin, I like passed by this. I was so hungry.
What are the odds? Y'all, I already had a great time going to all of these places, but hearing that made all the stops even more worth it. Anyways, YouTube thinks you'll like this video next, so check it out.